So we are on the Gamescom 2025, and just on very short notice, we got a new announcement of the game Road Kings. And yeah, we are going to have the chance to talk a little bit with
Peter Mack.
Hi, Peter. So, what have you brought with you?
Road Kings is a very, very fun and exciting truck simulator that we've got, which sort of combines trucking simulation with adventure and for consoles.
So I just had the chance to play a little bit into the game, and I already noticed one thing that seems rather unique for such a game. We had a hurricane scenario, and it looked pretty catastrophic, but we could still do this. Is this the theme of the game, or is this just a sideshow?
In Road Kings, you start out working for a logistics company and pretty soon start off on your own. But along the way of starting up your own trucking business, you run into a series of dangerous and exciting and dramatic situations, including hurricanes, floods, and other weather-related disasters, as well as man-made disasters such as an exploding power plant and other things, but I don't want to give too many spoilers away. It's all part of living the life of a truck driver who has to encounter and deal with various unexpected events in the course of doing their jobs.
So in the beginning, the game is like also other truck simulation games. You are in a hard competition. What does this game make unique?
This is a long-haul trucking game. It's about over-the-road, long-haul trucking. And what is special about it is we spend as much time thinking about the life of truck drivers and drivers and the industry and all the things that drivers face in trying to do their jobs. Things like weather, obviously, as you've seen, and as well as competitor drivers competing with other drivers for jobs, working with dispatchers and improving your reputation with them so that they can rely on you. It also introduces a whole way to grow you and manage your trucking business. For example, there are two ways to win and have success in the world and create your own story. You can work with one dispatcher a lot and grow a reputation with them, or you can diversify your client list and go work for a lot of people. So to ask what's unique about this is there's a long answer, short answer. Short answer is there are disasters that you face, certainly, and a lot of adventure and stories for you to experience, and basically human reasons to be on the road, out there, hauling jobs back and forth.
So you already told us about that there's going to be a little bit of a campaign, and I think I heard some expectation that the campaign is going 10 hours, is that correct?
You mean the campaign for the player?
Yes.
Right. Yes. So it's an immersive sim. So you do make your own story in Road Kings. Nonetheless, there are some very important narrative elements that are existing and at work in the world around you as you go about creating your company and doing jobs and building relationships with dispatchers. So as you encounter these threads, you pull at them, and if you choose to pursue them, you will unravel all of the things that have been going on in events that have tied together these disasters and other things that work in the world. But I don't want to say more than that.
And once you've completed that, you have an open world game where you just do missions and have random events?
Well, yes. We have different levels of storytelling. Some of it is, a good part of it is dynamic and procedural. So it's a game that you can play forever. It has no end per se. There is a main story that you can get to the end of. But there are also smaller stories that will occur again and again that you will encounter in different guises and different forms along the way. So it is a limitless, unlimited, endless game that you can play forever.
You have chosen the setting in southern USA, and you are also developers from there, and so you've studied the area quite well.
Yes, yes. We work with people who are from the States, obviously, and who know well the region, and we have put in a great deal of work to understand. The game is developed as part of the Portuguese team, and we've worked with Americans and the developers in Portugal to create a very convincing, very realistic and authentic representation inspired by southern Georgia, Jacksonville, the sort of coastal plains area around there. It's very cool.
Was this just like a personal preference to choose this area, or was it just so interesting because they have so many interesting weather events?
Well, actually, it's got a lot of bad weather. One of the reasons is, when you're talking about a game in which drivers face real life challenges and real life dangers, such as weather and unpredictable weather, namely floods, storms, and most of all hurricanes. This is a region that is most heavily affected by hurricanes, for example, but also experiences wildfires, dust storms, you name it. They've got everything down there. So when we were looking for a place to have this kind of adventure and speak to some of the challenges faced by truck drivers in the world today, this region was in the top 3, along with Southeast Asia and Australia, as being subject to this kind of violent weather effects.
When we consider the driving characteristics in the game, and we are looking at the scale between simulation and arcade, where's it game?
Well, we've come up with a new word. So we didn't want to say it was a simcade arcade simulation, since it's got such a adventure quality to it. We've come up with the word adventurelator. That's how we like to call it. It is a adventure simulator more than it's a arcade simulator. So nonetheless, it's for consoles. So we definitely wanted to make it as accessible as possible for people. We didn't want anyone to be put off by how heavy a lot of the simulation driving can be. So we're looking to provide that in the game settings to allow players to choose the level of simulation that's most comfortable for them.
What is your schedule for developing the game?
My latest understanding, as visible on the trailer, is that we're coming out in 2026. So that's what I've been told, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, we do not have very much game content to show just yet, as the game was really just announced yesterday. Nevertheless, we are looking forward to seeing a little bit more of the game. Wonder what you think about it from what you've seen so far. And I'd like to thank you very much for your time. So my last final question is, maybe publish everything we've just recorded.
Say again, sorry?
Maybe publish everything, the interview that we have just recorded.
Can you publish everything? I think so. I don't think I said anything you can't say.
Thank you.